Learners, it's Anna Matvienko, and today we are diving into the fascinating world of Google Search Console Crawl Stat Report. Have you ever wondered how Google's web crawlers interact with your website? Well, this report holds all the secrets, so let's get started. Crawl Stat Report is available only for root-level properties. That is, the property must be either a domain property or a URL prefix property at the root level. Let's talk about an important aspect of the crawl stat report, requests between subdomains and their visibility in the parent domain. When viewing data for the parent domain, such as in this case Active Electro, you can see all requests made to Active Electro and its subdomains, like shop.activeelectro or other subdomains. However, it doesn't work vice versa. If you work in this case with shop.activeelectro, you won't see requests from the root domain. By the way, if you want to unlock the full potential of Google Search Console, make sure to watch my beginner's guide episode titled How to Understand Google Search Console. In this episode, I will walk you through the fundamentals and help you navigate the platform with these. Once you have mastered the basics, you can dive deeper into advanced techniques in my episode titled Google Search Console Advanced Skills in Google Search Console. Make the most out of these useful tool features. Let's move on. The first metrics you will come across are the total crawl requests, total download sites, and average response time. Let's take a closer look at the key metrics. The total crawl request represents the total number of crawl requests issued for your URL on your site, included unsuccessful requests. Duplicate requests for the same URL are counted individually. The total download sites indicates the bytes downloaded from your site during crawling, considering only the initial requests if a resource is cached. The average response time reflects the average response time for resources fetches from your site, counting each resource linking by page separately. Please keep in mind that these metrics in Google Search Console should be monitored dynamically. Simply looking at the numbers themselves may not provide meaningful insights. However, significant spikes or changes in the data could signal potential issues with server signal of Google updates. By closely monitoring the dynamic nature of these metrics over time, you can quickly identify anomalies and take necessary action. Another crucial aspect of the crawl stat report is the host status. It describes whether or not Google encountered availability issues when trying to crawl your site. Status can be one of the following values: no significant availability issues, nothing to be worried about. The second one is some availability issues, when Google encountered at least one significant crawl availability issues in the last 90 days on your site, but it occurred more than a week ago. And in this case, you should inspect the response table to see what the problems were and decide whether you need to take any action. The third one is recent availability issue. It means Google encountered at least one significant crawl availability issue in the last week on your site. Because of the error occurred recently, you should try to determine whether this is a recurrent problem. Inspect the response table to see what the problems were and decide whether you need to take any action. The next section is host availability status, and it's assembled in Robot60 fetching DNS resolution and service connectivity categories. A significant error in any category could lead to a lower availability status. Click on category in the report to get more details. For each category, you will see a chart of crawl data for the time period. The chart has a dotted red line, and if the metric was above the dotted line for this category, for example, DNS resolution fails for more than 5% of requests on a given day, that is considered an issue for that category, and the status will reflect the recently of the last issue. Now let's explore crawl responses and file type sections. By closely examining these crawl responses and file types, you can gain insights into how Google crawls your site and identify areas for improvement in terms of performance and availability. The most common response you will see is 200OK. I hope so. This is expected response for most pages. You could also see redirects through one or through two temporary. It's just the info. It's not the direct action always needed, but if you want to move your page like on a permanent basis, change 302 with 301, because Googlebot will spend resources on recrawling temporary redirects again and again. Then look at crawl file types. This section highlights the file types returned by the request. Each type is represented as a percentage of responses, not bytes retrieved. What to look for here? Analyze the file types being crawled to identify potential causes of availability issues or slow response rates. Check if Google is requesting excessive small images that could be blocked or resources hosted on less responsible sites. Use the charts to compare average response time and number of requests by date for different file types. Okay, let's move on. When Google crawls your website, it serves different purpose based on the URLs it encounters. The first one is discovery, when Googlebot is exploring a URL that it hasn't crawled before. To ensure you rapidly change your pages receive enough recrawls, include them in your sitemap, add canonical tags in the right way, and make sure your page is indexable. The next one is refresh, and you will see this section. It occurs when Googlebot revisits a known page by recrawling. For pages with less frequent updates, you might need to request a recrawl explicitly with the help of URL expansion tool or with the help of API. Pay attention to your crawl requests and the user agent types involved. The majority should come from your primary crawler. If you experience crawling spikes, investigate the user agents responsible, maybe fake bots, and then decide whether it's worth to do anything with that. That's basically it. Thank you for watching. I hope you find this video helpful in unlocking the potential of Google Search Console Crawl Stat Report. If you enjoyed the content and want to stay updated with more valuable insights and tips, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And if you find this video useful, please give it a thumb up and share it with others who might benefit from it. Together, let's dive deeper in the world of SEO. See you!